Hey guys, it's Dean from Build Insight. Got our 10-star build behind me here. We've had a lot of progress going on in the last few weeks, so the frame's just about nearly up. We've got our brickwork up for our garage here, which is our unconditioned space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you in, I'm going to show you a few details to what we look for to make sure our conditioned space and our unconditioned space are treated properly. So what we're looking for, a few tips in particular, is our thermal barrier, our airtight barrier, and making sure our connection details are right. So I'm going to show you a couple of ideas here that we've put into play to make sure that our cold joins are treated with a thermal layer, and we've got an air tightness layer that's ready to go. So come on in, have a look, and see what you think. So we're in the unconditioned space of the garage. Right behind me here, later on, is going to be the laundry door. So pull up in, go through there. So it's going to actually be an airtight door. So to continuate our thermal and air tightness layer from the garage, remaining an unconditioned space. So getting these details is pretty critical for this type of high performance home. We're aiming for 0.6 air changes, lower than 0.6 air changes for passive house criteria. But our XPS layer here is going to be top of the concrete with a WRB that's nice and tight. Our wall system here continues up to the top of over the roof so that we can connect our mento. So really critical that these steps have been put into place. As we can see, it continues below the structural concrete roof footings here and right down connection to the house slab, which we've shown in some previous videos. So great work by the team here just to make sure that all the steps are in play and ready for connection once we're getting onto a WRB. So normal practices, you'd probably just see raw frames and then later on just tape, or not even tape, but just connect some more wrap isolation on. So these little small steps, a little bit more planning, time consuming, but this house is going to be durable and last a very long time just because we've made sure that all the steps have been put in place and connect correctly. As we can see here, we've got our Pro Climber Extanza wall wrap, the WRB here in place. So as we can see, the roof structure is on for the garage. It is a separate roof system here on the garage, but what we've had to do is think about from the ground up and looking at two key things here. We're looking at our thermal, we're looking at our air tightness. So as we can see down here, and we've seen in earlier footage of this build, we've got the XPS front here, which is preventing any thermal bridges. And that's our thermal barrier between our, what would normally be a cold join for a garage concrete wall, a slab going into a wall system. We've got the XPS that's thick and more thick here. That's taking us right across to the top of our concrete across here, and that's the perimeter of the house. So this garage is what we call an unconditioned space. Inhabiting this garage, no one's living in it, obviously just for cars and traffic. We will have an access over here. That's all into the house through to the laundry. So that will be detailed later on. So any thermal bridging is prevented by our XPS going into the house here. We've got a vapor closed system that's continuous. That's coming up. And then our WRB, as we can show here, we've got a box gutter there. And that's actually wrapping up, and we've got a starter strip that's going over the top of that roof. So any moisture condensation from the roof will enter to the box gutter over that, and that's taken care of. But everything's thawed out here and ready to go. So you can see we'll end up having a parapet wall running through here, and that'll be also closing off the conditioner space at the entry on the other side of the brickwork. And yeah, all the little details that come into this is just to make sure that we're set up for success with a high performance team.